Thanks, Rich. I'm here because it's time for a change. I was a selectman, and she was an alderman. I know what it is. You learn the town inside and out. You learn what's on people's minds, and you learn to listen. And I think it's the best training you can have to go on and be mayor. But I love the fact that you're now a coach and working with kids. And I've spent a fair amount of time over the last 6 months going to colleges and high schools and telling young people to get involved in your community, and you're not too young. And I told them the 80-20 rule, that 80% of the 80-year-olds vote and 20% of the 20-year-olds vote. And if I could get more of those 20-year-olds to vote, what a different world we'd have and what a different outcome we would have had to the election last year. And I tell folks you're never too young to get involved. And I also just say about Kerri that I think you bring a really fresh perspective to what's going on. You're taking on an entrenched incumbent. I think you're going to bring a little breath of fresh air into the smoke-filled rooms. And I think that's just what our government needs. We need more new people getting involved. We're just going to take a fresh look at what's going on. And that's more important in local government than anywhere else. So, Connecticut Bob, I'm telling the online community to line up behind Kerri. Let's get her elected and make sure she has the resources to do that. Look, I'm delighted to be here. I thank Rich, I thank Milford, I thank you for all the support you gave last year in what was an important race. I'd like to think the Democrats got a little bit of backbone. The Democrats are going to stand up again and elect a great new mayor for Milford. Here's Kerri.
Well, thank you, Ned, for such kind words. I just want to also tell you a brief story, and maybe some of you have heard it before, but it still tugs at my heart and really exemplifies why I am running. And the biggest thing and the biggest concern I've heard in Milford is the rising taxes. Every year that the current mayor has been in office, he's proposed budgets that are $8-10 million increases over the previous year, and that's what raises our taxes. And it makes it more and more difficult for people to afford to stay in their homes here in Milford when coupled with the rising taxes are increases in electricity and heating fuel and gasoline. And I believe we can find a way to manage those costs. And I was out walking a couple weekends ago now, knocking on doors. And you know those houses that have the front door, but then there's the little foyer before you actually get to the door? I'm always reluctant to open. I'm afraid there's a sleeping dog or something in there and I don't want to wake him up. So I generally knock very, very loud on the outside door. And when I knocked this time, I knocked on the door and I looked through the pane of glass and I saw literature on the inside door and I thought, ooh, those Republicans were just here. And I looked a little more closely and I realized it was a door hanger, a UI door hanger. And when I looked even closer, I realized the checkbox was in, we're going to turn your power off. And it really hit me that this is real for people. This isn't a joke. This is real choices about paying our tax bill, paying our utility bill, buying food for the table, or medications to keep us healthy. This isn't a joke, and that's why I'm running, to make a difference in somebody's life like that. That's important to me, and that's why I'm doing it. So I really believe that we can make a difference, that I can make a difference as mayor, that we can cut costs and improve the efficiencies in our city government and improve our services without raising costs. So please continue to support me, come out on election day, and let's make a big difference in Milford and the way it's run. Thank you, you guys, for your time.
I'm Kerri Rowland, and I approve this message.